This video is going to cover problems 6 through 8 on the Math 1350 Test 2 review. So looking at number 6, find the coordinates of the image of the vertices of a quadrilateral ABCD under this translation. So we're looking for the image. So we're looking what it's going to become. Okay, so I like to draw this like this. XY is turning into x plus 4, y minus 2. We were given the points 1, 1 for A, 3, 3 for B, 5, 1 for C, and 3, negative 1 for D. Okay, so what we're going to do for each one of these is we're going to take the x value and we're going to add 4 to it. So 1 plus 4 is 5. For point B, 3 plus 4 is 7. For C, 5 plus 4 is 9. For D, 3 plus 4 is 7. Then I'm going to take the y value and subtract 2. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. So these are the points after moving right 4 and down 2. Now number 7 is very similar, except this time it says find the coordinates of the figures whose image is these already. So this means we're going backwards. We want to find out where we started. So the original translation was xy goes to x minus 3, y plus 1. And this time we were giving the points in this column. So we started with 0, 0, 2, 3, and 4, negative 2. And so what we're going to need to do is go backwards. Okay, so to go backwards, instead of subtracting 3, we're going to add 3 to the x value. And instead of adding 1, we're going to subtract 1. And I'm going to do it the same way that I did the previous problem, which is I did it all at once in the notes, but it might be easier to do it this way. So we're going to add 3 to all the x values. 0 plus 3, 2 plus 3, 4 plus 3. Then I'm going to subtract 1 from the y values. 0 minus 1, 3 minus 1, and negative 2 minus 1. And then this gives me these answers. All right, moving on to 8. Okay, for 8, we're going, for each of the points, we're going to find the coordinates of the image under a half turn about the origin, reflect over the x-axis, reflect over the y-axis, and reflect over the line y equals x. Okay, so just to remind you of those rules, okay, to do a half turn, you're going to change the sign of x and y. To reflect over the x-axis, we're going to change the sign of y. So it's opposite variable. To go over the y-axis, we're going to change the sign of x. And to reflect over y equals x, we're going to switch the order of x and y. And if you don't know why we did this, go back to your notes. And in your notes, I went through each one of these and why that is the way it is. Okay, so looking at A was the point 2, 0. Okay, so we're going to go through to a half. We're going to change the sign of both. So -2, -0 is the same as 0. To go over the x-axis, we change the sign of y, so we leave x the same, -0 is still 0. For y-axis, we change the sign of x, so it'll be -2, 0. And for y equals x, we're going to switch to order 0, 2. Part B, 0, -3. To do a half turn, we're going to change the sign of both. So it'll be -0, which is the same as 0. Changing the sign there will be +3. Going over the x-axis, we change the sign of y. So it'll be 0, 3. To go over the y-axis, we change the sign of x. So it'll be -0 or just 0. To go over y equals x, we switch the order, so it becomes -3, 0. Part C, 1, -4. Okay, so for half, we're going to change the sign of both, so it'll become -1, +4. To reflect over the x-axis, we change the sign of y, so it's 1/4. To reflect over the y-axis, we change the x. And to reflect over y equals x, we switch the order. Last one, -5, 3. All right, all the same steps, half. We're going to change the sign of both, so it'll become a +5, -3. Reflect over x, we're going to change the sign of y, so it'll be -5, -3. Reflect over y, we're going to change the sign of x, so this becomes +5, 3. And to go over y equals x, we're going to switch the order 3, -5. This concludes the video for problems 6 through 8.